Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Cars 3 Diecast review. Today, we'll be reviewing Maddy McGear, who in Cars 3 seems to be Lightning McQueen's #1 fan. So let's just get right into it. I don't really have anything else to say. So Maddy here is in 2017 Cars 3 singles case LMT, and there might be another one as well. The case is all of the same exact characters, the same exact quantities. The only difference is whether or not it includes a bonus collector card or a mini poster, or maybe even both. So T is the one with the bonus collector card, L is the one with nothing at all, M is the one with both the poster and the collector card, and I don't know which one it is that only has the bonus mini poster. I didn't even know there was a case with that until I realized that I had one that was like that. But I will be opening up the bonus collector card version just because I want that out. The collector cards are so nice. I'm so glad that Mattel decided to include them with just the normal price diecast. Of course, there is a choking hazard now because of the stand, and don't forget it in the blister there. It's kind of hidden in that lower compartment, so make sure you take it out. On the back here, we have Rust-eze Cruz Ramirez, Louise Nash, H.J. Hollis, Herb Kerbler, Ed Truncan, and Terry Kargas, and the cars are the exact same on the other version. I have reviewed Louise just yesterday, Terry, Ed, and HJ, so we're getting it down to only 2 left. The description reads, blindsided by a new generation of piston-cut racers, Lightning McQueen finds himself suddenly pushed out of the sport he loves. To get back on top, he will need the help of a young race technician, inspiration from the late fabulous Hudson Hornet, and guidance from a few old friends along the way. Alright, so I'll be right back with Maddy opened up, and then we'll compare her to some other #1 McQueen fans and see who is truly the #1 fan. There is Maddy out of the package, looking great, but before we take a look at her, let's get some background on her character. So there you go, there's a nice picture of her from the movie. Her bio reads, Maddy McGear has been following Lightning McQueen since his first race. So that was definitely sometime in 2006, and she seems very, very young. So that would make her at least 10 years old, probably even a little bit older than that in Cars 3. But I must say she acts younger. So I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like they shouldn't have said first race. But anyway, she may be little, but she has a big heart. She cheers on McQueen with all her might. That is until she meets Cruz Ramirez. Now, Maddy is a fan of both and admires McQueen and Ramirez equally for their courage, heart, and character. And her vehicle type is an Excello Micro Lux. And they use Excello as the brand for quite a few models. I think some piston cut racers as well. So it does kind of confuse me a little bit, like I said, about the timeline thing there, because if she followed McQueen since her first race, she has to be like kind of old. Like, let's give her 3 years. So that would make her 13 in Cars 3, or 14 actually, which, I don't know, it just doesn't add up for me. Alright, so Maddy here is named after her voice actor, Maddy McGear. Obviously, Maddy is short for Madeline, and instead of McGraw, it is McGear. So I found that to be pretty creative. I know that Maddy McGear was tweeting about the role, everything before the movie, so I thought that was very cool as well, since it's always nice to see the actors involved in their roles. Maddy appeared a couple times throughout Cars 3, mainly in the fan stands, which is, where she would normally be, and then she ends up meeting McQueen and Cruz Ramirez in the end credits and taking kind of like a selfie with them in between the two of them. So that was pretty cool to see, and at that point, like the bio that I just read indicated, she was Cruz's fan, so she had like a 51 on top along with the 95. So that was very cool, and yeah, it's nice to get some cars that actually had a part in the movie instead of getting all the racers, although they are very, very cool and colorful. They didn't speak. I mean, flipped over, he's amazing, but it's not like he had a line. I like reviewing cars that have parts, like Louise Nash and Maddy McGear here. So here is her collector card. This is the first one that I got that is a little faulty, and I mean faulty by, yeah, it doesn't actually stay in there. Whereas every single other one I've gotten before, I'll show you for example, this one here, it's so tight and firm in there, like nothing can knock that out. Unless, of course, you pull it out. But this, I don't know what the deal is. It looks kind of like dirty. You can see some like black specks, but I doubt that has anything to do with it. I don't know, maybe they just made it a little too wide. I really have no clue. I tested it out upside down, and that works. So I don't know what it is with the bottom of this one. That is just so weird. I have no idea why. But it's okay. It still stands upright. And it's a very nice collector card. Florida 500. You have like the waves and everything there. And kind of like a retro logo. It says Lightning McQueen 95 with the bolts on either side. So kind of similar to this Florida 500 one here that came with Pat Traxson. I know that Pat's, Maddy's, and Kris's, Kris Revstopski, they all have similar Florida 500 cards, but they are slightly different. So it's nice that they actually changed them all up a little bit. So now taking a look here at Maddy, she is phenomenal. Of course, a nice happy expression. She has a flag over here that says 95 on it. Very, very small. Kind of reminds me, actually, no, not really. We have a flag on Wilmer Flats, but that one says Lightning McQueen on it. She has this bolt over here, kind of like, you know, those fingers, like, I don't know. As a Bears fan, if you go to the Bears game, you can usually get like a Bears claw and you put your hand in it and you wave it around. But this is like a lightning bolt, so if a car had a hand, they could put their hand in the lightning bolt and wave it around. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it seems like those are kind of what she has here on her side view mirrors, which are very nice. On her roof, she has a 95 kind of stand, light up thing or whatever. That is very cool. It is a little flexible, but just don't snap it off. You gotta be careful with that. And of course, that also contributes to the choking hazard as well. So she's just basically like a really small coupe smart car. And of course, there's a chip. Of course, every car has a chip nowadays. Even though if you didn't play with it, but anyway, or if you didn't drop it, it still is a chip. Red rims, and on the back here, kind of like a black hatchback spoiler, and her license plate reads, "Duh, kid." So I really do like that. It looks like the text above it says California. So very, very nice, creative, great job on this one, Mattel, except for that chip, but I guess that is more so the quality control that needs to be improved, and not the creative department. So let's compare her to a couple other McQueen fans, and like I said earlier, determine who is really the #1 McQueen fan. So in Cars 2, we didn't really see too many specific McQueen fans, except for this one, Courtney Bracken, who appeared in Tokyo, and he definitely seems to be more of a fan than Maddy. I mean, look at all the decals that he has. He has so many, it's ridiculous. He has all the decals that McQueen has, pretty much. And he even equipped himself with this lightning bolt that goes onto the top of him, and it makes it so I can't put him in any collector cases. I have to remove it. That's a little bit of sarcasm there. It does bother me that I can't fit him in anything because he's too tall, so I always have to remove it like that. But I do think that he might be more of a fan than Maddy, although who really knows, because we only saw him once and he couldn't even utter a line. He just fainted pretty much. But let's see about Mia and Tia. So obviously Cars 1, and they appeared in Cars 2. So that gives them some points since they appeared in 2 movies, and they spoke quite a bit. They became waitresses at Flo's VA Cafe. So, I don't know guys, I think it's down between Maddy and Mia and Tia. I have to give it to Mia and Tia since they were in 2 movies and they have become Flo's waitresses, at least at the end of Cars 1. They may have quit, but I think that's some determination, or at least a lot of trust in Lightning McQueen to follow him to Radiator Springs and get employed there. So I do have to give it to them. What do you guys think though? Let me know in the comment section below. Out of these 4, or basically 3, since Mia and Tia are practically the same, which one is your favorite? I just have to go with Mia and Tia since they are classics. They've been with us for like 10, 11, 12 years now. So that's my pick. Then I go with Maddy and then Courtney. And of course, we do have some other random fans that didn't really speak, but they did get released, like Wilmer Flats. Kind of a recent release in 2017, early 2017. She's about a year old, or he, my bad. Timothy Two-Stroke. This guy seems pretty legit since he's screaming and everything. And there are some more like Ronnie Del Cooper or Courtney Carspur, but those are just really minor ones from Cars 2. Let's see how they all look right next to Lightning McQueen. So thank you guys very much for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed it. There's no poll on this video because I just didn't think it was necessary since you guys did already vote for me to review River Scott next instead of Junior Moon. And I believe Barry DePedal won the poll on my flipped over video, so you'll probably be seeing those soon. Although I think I might review like Herb Kerbler or Phil Tankson before that, but we'll have to see. I just kind of want to really throw everything in there and have a lot of variety. Plus, I go back to school on Tuesday, so I want to make as many videos as possible. That's why you have been getting kind of like 2 videos per day. It's been kind of hard to pump them out, but I do think it's worth it for you guys since a lot of us are on break. Some of us are going back. I don't go back to Tuesday. I just want to optimize all of my spare time. Even though I do have homework that I have to do. That's right, I got homework over break. Thank you, English teacher. Thank you. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.